In the name of God, the most gracious, the most merciful. Hameen. The revelation of this book is from God on high, the overpowering One, the All-Wise. Indeed, in the heavens and in the earth, there are sure signs of God for all who would be believers. Thus, in your own creation and in that of every kind of creature, He diversifies and spreads about in the earth. There are natural signs of God's creative might for a people who would have certainty of faith. So too, in the alternation of the night and the daylight, and in all the provision that God has sent down from the sky, with which He gives life to the earth after its death, and in the shifting of the winds, there are natural signs of God's oneness for a people who would reflect on the wonder of creation and understand. These verses as well are the revealed signs of the last message of God to humankind. We recite them to you, O Prophet, with the very essence of all truth. Then, in what other revelation, after hearing this divine pronouncement of God, and this articulation of His guiding verses, shall they, with minds to understand, ever believe? Woe to each and every sinful liar who hears the verses of God recited to him and persists in his arrogance as if he had not heard them. So give him heavy tidings of a most painful torment in the hereafter. For when such a one comes to know anything from our verses, he takes them as a mockery. For such as these, there is a disgracing torment awaiting. Beyond them, only hell awaits. For nothing of the world that they have earned shall avail them against it in the least, nor all the false divines that they have taken as patrons apart from God. Thus for them there is a great torment awaiting. This Quran is divine guidance, but as to those who disbelieve in it, they have disbelieved in the revealed signs of their Lord. Thus, for them, there is only a torment of most painful castigation, awaiting in the hereafter. God alone is the one who has subjugated for all of you the sea, that through it the ships may run by His command, so that you may seek of His bounty, and that therefore you might give thanks to God alone. And He has subjugated for you all that is in the heavens and all that is in the earth, all of it from Him and no other. Indeed, in this there are sure signs of God's oneness for a people who would reflect on the wonder of creation. Say, O Prophet, to those who believe, that they should forgive the wrong done to them by those who have no hope of reward or salvation in the looming days of God, whereupon He duly recompenses a people for all that they have earned in life. Anyone who does a righteous deed in life does it purely for the good of his own soul. And anyone who does an evil deed does it only in detriment against it. Then to your Lord shall you all be returned. Now, very truly, we had given the children of Israel the book of the Torah and heavenly wisdom and sound judgment and the seed of prophethood. And we provided them with all that is wholesome in life. Thus had we shown them preference above the peoples of their time in all the world. Moreover, we gave them clear proofs of our divine commandments. Thus they did not dispute among themselves regarding the true religion until after revealed knowledge of the scripture had come to them on the tongues of the messengers, and some belied them, thereby exceeding the due bounds of God with one another out of nothing but insolence and envy. Indeed, your Lord shall judge between them all on the day of resurrection as to that wherein they have been disputing. Then, after Moses, we sent you, O Prophet, upon the straight course of a divine law. Thus shall you follow it, and you shall not follow the whims of those who do not know the truth. Indeed, they would not avail you in that case against the judgment of God in the least. For the wrongdoers who are godless in heart are but patrons of one another. Yet it is God who is the patron of the God-fearing. This Quran is a manifest proof of God's truth for all people, and divine guidance, and a sure way to God's mercy for a people who have certainty of faith. As for those who commit misdeeds, do they think that we will make them equal in both their life and their death to those who believe and do righteous deeds? So very grievous is the judgment they make. For it is God alone who has created the heavens and the earth with the very essence of all truth, to recompense each soul with all that it has earned in life, and never shall they be wronged in the least. Have you then seen such a one as rejects God's guidance and makes his own desire his God? Thus does God lead one astray, despite the clear authority of the revealed knowledge he offered him. Therefore, he has set a seal upon his hearing and his heart, and placed over his eyes a veil. Who then shall guide one after God has sealed his fate? Will you not then become mindful, O people of God's commandments? Moreover, they who reject resurrection have said, there is nothing but our life in this world. We die once and we live once. Therefore, nothing destroys us but the passage of time. Yet about this they have no sure knowledge. Indeed, they do nothing but conjecture. Thus, when our revealed verses are recited to them as clear evidence of the life to come, their only argument is to say, then bring our forefathers back to life, if indeed you are truthful. Say to them, it is God alone who gives you life. Then he shall cause you to die. Then he shall gather you to the day of resurrection. There is no doubt about this, but most people do not know that God's promise is ever true. For to God alone belongs the dominion over the heavens and the earth. Thus, the day, the hour of doom shall come, On that day, the real progenitors of falsehood shall lose all. For then you shall see every community on its knees, every community called to its book of record, whereupon it shall be said, this day you shall be recompensed for all that you used to do in the world. This is our preserved book of record. It speaks about all of you with all truth. Indeed, we have registered all that you have ever done in life. As for those who believe and did righteous deeds in the world, their Lord shall admit them into His mercy. It is this that is the manifest triumph. But as for those who disbelieved, it shall be said to them, were not my verses recited to you? Yet you grew so very arrogant, and thus were a people of defiant unbelief. Moreover, when it was said to you, indeed, the promise of God is ever true, and there is no doubt about the coming of the hour of doom. You said, we do not know what this hour of doom is. Never do we think about it, except as a passing thought, nor are we certain of it. Then there shall appear to them the evil consequence of all that they have done, and the very punishment at which they used to mock shall have whelmed them from every side. And it shall be said, this day we shall forget you, as you have in life forgotten the destined meeting of God for judgment on this day of yours. Hence, your eternal abode is the fire of hell, and for the likes of you, there shall not be any helper against God's punishment. That is because you have taken the revealed signs of God as a mockery, for the life of the world utterly deluded you. Therefore, as of this day, they are consigned to the fire of hell, and shall not be brought out of it. Nor shall they be allowed to procreate the wrath of God for their ungodliness. Then, for God alone is all praise, Lord of the heavens and Lord of the earth, Lord of all the worlds. To Him alone belongs all majesty, in the heavens and in the earth. For He alone is the overpowering One, the All-Wise.